Are you ready to become yourself? For years, dozens of people from all walks of life have turned to this one man, Leslie Tanner, desperate for the tools to reshape their life in our raised, godless world. Utilizing a unique blend of good-natured humor and brass tacks education, his innovative approach has helped innumerable people reach new levels of consciousness and personal power. Leslie Tanner, a controversial but selfless and massively influential figure, defies categorization. Since he and his life-changing program rose to fame, the expert class has desperately attacked him as a clown, snake oil salesman, or predator, attempting to silence him precisely because he is so effective at helping others become happier and more powerful in their own lives. From the most challenged, the mentally ill, handicapped, women, and mentally retarded, to the most successful athletes, entertainers, business owners, medical doctors. Regardless of your station, Leslie Tanner has committed his life to giving you the tools you need to transform your life. So, are you tired of being in near constant emotional and physical pain? If you could snap your fingers and have $1 million, would you do it? Is there a you buried deep inside whose power and will yearn to be expressed?
It's a whole life-changing program.
If they get half of what I got out of this program, they're going to have a much happier life.
It was fun. I really loved doing the program. I loved learning about myself. It was just amazing.
So if you have an interest in transforming your life once and for all, come along. I have so much to show you. In a moment, you'll have the opportunity to call the number you'll see on the screen and speak to me, Leslie Tanner, directly. Together, we'll tackle the most critical issues related to unlocking your true individual power and reaching your fullest potential. Let today be the first day of the rest of your life. Welcome to Explorations.
Good evening, my ladies and gentlemen of Explorations. Namaste to each and every single one of you. How are you all doing? It's wonderful to be with you. It's me, Leslie Tanner, creator, founder, and host of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. And tonight is my least favorite night of the year, an abusive night, a molesting night. Tonight, I'm going to open up the lines and do a little thing called Advice Speed Round. Yes, I will do you the abuse of alleviating your suffering. That and much more tonight on Explorations. Good evening, everyone. How are you all doing? That's good. Let's keep that in. Keep that in for now. Keep it in for now. Namaste. How's everybody doing? How is everybody feeling and doing and loving and laughing and loving? And I love this. That's worse. That's worse. That is worse. Let's see if we can see if we can do a little bit of that. Do a little bit of that. I just got a new little setup here. One moment. It was not like this before. You know how things go. All right, I'll just slouch a little bit. Namaste, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? Namaste. It's a beautiful evening that we're already having with one another. A fantastic, beautiful, gorgeous evening on a Wednesday. Namaste. How's everybody doing? How is everybody feeling in the chat? Let me get a good, nice little feeling of how everyone's doing over in the chat. Really wonderful to see. Fantastic to see. Love that. Namaste. And I'm seeing a lot of achy but hanging in there. I'm seeing also a little bit of blessings to all. People just feeling good. People feeling happy. People feeling energetic. Actually, to be honest with you, I'm seeing the opposite of that. I'm seeing from Flying Vita expressing something as, please end it already. Please end me already. And girl, Namaste to that. And that's how you know you're on the right track here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. If you ever find yourself ideating, focusing, kind of feel like you're running downhill without a paddle, so to speak, and you've gotten past the fear, of the end, and you were ready for it. You were ready for the end. You thirst for it. Ladies and gentlemen, that's when you know the rubber is hitting the road. That is when you know you are finally doing the work of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Communal vision real fast from Nindinu. If this guru is giving you free advice, listen up, people. Namaste. Yeah, that's a really good point, Nindinu. I think that's the thing about advice, right? That's the thing. So tonight we're going to be diving in headfirst into what we call advice. Now, a lot of people, they come up to me, they say, Guru, Leslie, you're the guru, right? You must say good stuff, right? You must say valuable stuff. Fram Weard, former Explorer of the Month, Explorer Entrepreneur. What's up? It's your boy Fram Weard, a.k.a. Fram, a.k.a. Firm Richard, a.k.a. the Artesian Connection, a.k.a. the Pugilist Autistic, also a.k.a. the moderator. Get me off the screen. We'll get a nice little announcement in just a moment. I gotta get my ass off the screen right now. There we go. Namaste, everybody. Let's get a little Jazz Express. This Jazz Express is dedicated to our one and only and our newest moderator on the team, Fram Weard. Fram Weard, this little bit's for you, bud. Good, nice to be with you. As always, guys, we're getting settled in. We're getting that energy up, getting that energy activated for a nice exploration this evening. And it's fantastic to be with you already. Already enjoying quite a bit of jazz, quite a bit of sensual communication between the two of us. And I really do cherish it. I want you to know that first and foremost. I am gifted your vulnerability this evening, as in every evening that you step up to the plate and you hit it. Because this jazz is not about, it's about the interaction. As Joseph Smith, showed us, a couple hundred years ago. I wish this would stop. Joseph Smith showed us that jazz is about interaction. Jazz is about spiritual connection. And thank you, Mormons, for that. Nigel gifting out a community sub, and Stone Monster, Rim Ram Flim Flam, who the hell are we? Firm Fram by Damn. Namaste. I love that. I love that little tickle. Thanks so much, Stoney. Yeah. Namaste, everybody. Beautiful evening. Beautiful, fantastic. And honestly, I've got a nice little new setup. And here's what I did the past couple days. I did a quick tear down of the whole studio room. I did a whole tear down of the studio room. I did a resettle. I did a reset. To make sure the energy is flowing in a way that is conducive most to an exploration. Because when I come in here and I'm committing myself to you all, everyone that's in chat, that's what I guarantee every single time. I commit myself to you. If you are here, I am here for you. I am here with you. I am here inside of you, outside of you. I am a piece of you this evening as you are of me, as exemplified in jazz. As exemplified in jazz music, as gifted to us by the Mormons. And this new setup really allows me to do that a little bit more closely. Hype train. Acacia just wanted to give some bits. Acacia, extremely generous of you. Extremely generous of you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Really beautiful gift. A really genuinely beautiful gift that you've given me. And I want you to know how grateful I am and how thankful I am and how much I'm going to cherish those 100 bits. I'm absolutely going to put those towards the program. Exciting stuff in development here over at the program of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Some extremely exciting developments over here. And right now I got to keep it on a hush-hush. Right now I got to keep it on a hush-hush, but some very exciting stuff. Not the least of which, though, ladies and gentlemen, not the least of which is as I said at the top of tonight. At the top of tonight's Jazz Express, I shared with you all a very special announcement. We have a brand new moderator, and let's go ahead and crown that son of a bitch right now. Let's go ahead and crown that son of a bitch right now. This is the official, I'm typing it into chat. This is the official shit. We are moderating someone right now, or sort of giving someone moderation capabilities. Namaste, Eyesbloom, blessings. Namaste, thanks for joining us tonight, Eyesbloom. Thank you for being here. Thank you. And also, guys, special extra thank you. Can we please make some noise for our brother of devoted light, explorer extraordinaire, somebody who hit the program with at a million miles an hour. You'd think he was a natural. You'd think he wrote the program. It's so natural to him. Guys, we have granted moderator privileges to the one and only Fram Weard. Fram Weard, namaste to you and blessings to our brother Fram, guys. Can we get some emotes? Can we get some congratulations? Can we get some excitement going in the chat for Fram Weard? Namaste, brother. It's so good to have you as part of the team. We had a meeting the other night. We discussed much coming up in the near future that's going to be really exciting for everyone. Really exciting for all of us, for me and for you. Everybody that participates in Explorations is ready to rock and roll with the stuff that we got planned. It's hard to even explain. But also, guys, namaste to my YouTubers. Guys, everyone at youtube.com. Can I get a hello from my YouTubers, please? So my mod approval has got to be at the end of the pipeline, given all of my references. Don't really know what you're talking about. Must have got lost in the mail, and Indy knew. Thanks so much. Appreciate the application. Didn't even know that you did it. Definitely didn't get any of those references, and would not have said yes had I gotten them. So thanks for, the shit that you just said, and your continued, Baker X Derek, namaste to you. Maybe if I move further back. How about that? Let's get some of my torso in here. Let's get some of my damn torso in here. Namaste. So, Nindu, appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate everything you do here, especially in the role that you have been playing in the community here at Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Let's go ahead and keep you right there. I think you're very effective at where you are now, Nindu. Yeah, right where you are now is very effective and really is, the whole thing's working really nice where you're at right now and not moving from where you're at. Communal vision from Pepperoncini, more like Nindy Poo, bitch, with a bunch of H's. I love that. Bember and Jeannie getting a little bit of a thumb in the eye of Nindy New. Maybe that's kind of embarrassing, getting sort of very openly rejected by me, Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. Communal vision. I really think an in-person interview might push me over the edge, says Nindy New. Yeah, and we'll never know. And we'll never know the answer to that riddle. So thank you so much, Nindy New. Appreciate that. Really appreciate that stuff. Now, guys, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie Tanner, host, creator, and founder of Explorations with Leslie Tanner, the most effective personal power program in the country. This program, every night that we pop on the screen, we are dedicating ourselves to the unleashing and unlocking of the power of the next level. I'm talking about a true power that you have sensed you've possessed all along, but have been afraid of, ladies and gentlemen. You've been afraid of it. That's what held you back this amount of time. Not how many push-ups you're doing, not if getting in the right program, not getting in the et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. No external measure will be able to connect you to the power of the next level the way that this program can and will, and also by virtue of our groundbreaking technology. We really do, and I like to call it a technology here. I like to refer to this as a technology here, because it's more than just a bunch of words, right? It's more than just a bunch of words. It's something floating. It's something in the air. It's something that feels right. And it's something that absolutely works, or else you wouldn't see it work. Namaste. Now, thank you so much, Doofus. Doofus getting us started on the... Let's go ahead, guys. So, listen, you hear the phrase a lot, the program works. The program works. You hear it said a lot because it means something. It means something. And what that means is that the program works, to put it simply. Now, you might be asking, if you're a little new here, you might be asking yourself, okay, sure, but what the fuck is the program then? You might use swear words. You might challenge me. You might be upset. And I encourage that sort of thing. Ladies and gentlemen, there is nothing that I love more than a healthy skeptic. Somebody who's been burned by observable reality before, and they are slow to let it happen again. And that is beautiful. That is strong. That is a strong strength, a clear, strong strength and clarity as well as warmth, but strength as well. And that is so important to not skip past the strength involved in that, the strong strength, the sort of bristling strong strength involved in that skepticism. The clarity, yes. The warmth, yes. But people don't talk about the strength of skepticism. And I want you to know, my skeptics, I really do cherish you. I really absolutely do cherish you. I hold you in the cradle of my hands, holding your mouth up, your wanting little wet mouths up to my engorged breasts to give you exactly what you need. And it's both spiritual, physical, material, any mental, emotional sense. Anything, I think therapists should breastfeed. I think therapists should breastfeed everybody on their client list, no matter what. I don't care if you're CBT. I don't care if you do DBT. I don't care if you do psychoanalysis. I don't care if you're maybe one of these like play therapists, music therapists. I don't give a fuck. I think you should have your nipples sucked on until you start lactating, and then you should start lactating in your client's mouth. That's what they want. It's what they need. And even if they don't want it, that's what they need. Explore some same-sex attraction with someone. Who knows? So Phil Z, really beautiful picture of the child and just kind of really ushering people out of the closet. I think more fathers, closeted fathers should do that in general. I think you should just kind of post publicly and really get into how beautiful and destructive it can be to come out of the closet late in life, especially with a child or, maybe a couple of them. Namaste. And because there's nothing quite like the betrayal, right? Because the child doesn't understand, right? And you might be one of these closeted fathers right now waiting. You might be one of these closeted namaste side up with the gun for 50 days. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Wow. Now, you might be one of those closeted fathers right now. You might be in the chat right now on Twitch or YouTube, and you might be a father of one or several, keeping it together, but terrified to the marrow of your bones, knowing that the stakes that you have set out in front of you about your true identity, your true sexuality, your true self. Namaste. Quick, would a mod screw up a communal? You just did. Affirmation for men. Listen, if you're a father of 4 and you're in the closet, brother, just enjoy the fireworks. It's gonna hurt your children. Yeah, Ninu, yeah. Would a mod screw up a communal vision message? Brother, yeah. So yeah, that's not the cost of the communal vision anymore. I went ahead and updated it, as you can see. That's a different situation now, and you're just kind of walking around tripping over your own balls in front of everybody right now. You're making a bad situation worse. It's really weird what you're doing. Phil Z74, I can raise the shit out of you. Phil Z74, a gay closeted father of several, saying I can raise the shit out of you. Getting aggressive about that paternal instinct. I love that. I'd love to see I think you'd be considered a bear, Phil Z, in the gay community. You would be a bear, and so you are a bear because you are gay. And but imagine a bear in the woods that doesn't want to eat you, doesn't want to, just mangle you, wants to father you. That's Phil Z. Namaste. A gay bear father in the woods who just wants to breastfeed you. Let him do it.
A lot of people get really upset whenever there's a mass shooting. I certainly understand why.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Danny Blue Jeans, for those 25 bits. Really appreciate that. That's beautiful. That was a really beautiful contribution. And I love that quote. Yep, I shoot you like cats. Reggie told me that for fun, his cousin used to throw rocks at him. That's how he was raised in the UK. Yeah, that's their version of a mass shooting, actually, because they don't have their understanding. They're so primitive, and their understanding of violence. The modern world left them behind, and that was like maybe
a list of ways people have hurt you, and never let it go.
And that's for Reggie. Yeah, make sure you don't ever let your cousin off the hook. All right, you keep that resentment, you keep that anger, you keep that hatred inside of you, and you let it fuel you. You let it push you. Okay. Namaste to you, Nigel. Namaste. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we are here. I gotta hit the button. The button's way over here now. Tonight we're doing an advice speed round. So in a moment we'll get through some points of business real fast, some points of business, and then we'll be launching forth into an advice speed round this evening. An advice speed round. So I hate doing this. As you heard me say earlier in the evening, you heard me share with you how much I really hate doing these nights. I cannot stand doing these nights. But every once in a while, this all comes to a My inbox is flooded. My DMs on every platform is flooded with questions seeking advice from you all. So the livestock lines up. The livestock lines up looking for advice, looking for a direct, literal guidance to sort of alleviate their suffering, to help sort of bolster their defenses against that and the calamity that it threatens to usurp them, but also empower them in the truest sense of the word. Fram, did you redo the studio to reduce the chance of standing up into frame and streaming your sack, hanging out your short shorts? No, there's probably a better chance of that at this point. There's a better chance that my sack will be exposed tonight. Twitch admins, you're going to want to watch this. We might be breaking TOS tonight. There is a very high chance that my scrotum will be exposed this evening. Namaste. Yeah, the way it's all set up and the lighting is a lot better for it. Believe that or not. It's going to get, before you would have kind of gotten a washed out sack, you would have been, was that a sack? But now it's going to be cinematic. It's going to be like, it's going to be like like a Michael Bay kind of sack or something like this. The cinematic sack. TV party, I really appreciate that. TV party, really beautiful way to share it. Say exactly that. Namaste to you and thank you. Quick affirmation for ladies. Listen, if you're taking pussy pics to send to a fella, get the lighting right, all right? You can't just get a couple can lights from Home Depot, put a grocery bag over them, and get the vibe right. I'd love to hear more about both solicited and unsolicited pussy pics. Lord knows I get enough of them. Lord knows I've not, both in current day and historically I get enough of them. But I'd love to just hear about it.
I have a recurring dream in which my body is taken against its will by a large, dark pink flower floating above my childhood home. I convulse and shoot foam from every hole until I shrivel up like a craisin. It's excruciating, each and every.
100%. Namaste. Now, guys, let's get through some little quick points of order. First and foremost, we're going to be doing a little opening of some mail halfway through tonight. But, guys, in the meantime, why don't you go ahead and send me something? P.O. Box 47621, Chicago, Illinois 60647. I absolutely love getting stuff from you guys. Every little postcard, every little letter, every little package. You guys, getting to interact with you all in that sort of real material sense. Oh my goodness gracious! It puts a wind in my wings. It makes my heart flutter. When I check that P.O. box open, there's a slip in there waiting for me. I close the P.O. box, lock it up, take the slip. The line's about 75 people long. Everyone's in a bad mood except for the workers. The workers at my post office are angels. They are such a delight. I love interacting with them. They love seeing this mug coming. They absolutely love seeing this face coming. And because I walk up there, I smile, and they're like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm all right. How are you guys doing?" You guys have a lot. And usually there's like 3 brazen dickheads that I see interact with them. So Monster 400, I hate that I have an ugly face and ugly body, but the program helped me understand how I can use my ugly to keep others away. Always a silver lining. True.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Nindinu to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300, do not send mail to Leslie. His postman is incompetent and cannot deliver a simple mod application. Repeat. Cheer 300, do not send mail to Leslie. His postman is incompetent and cannot deliver a simple mod application. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Yeah, don't listen to Nindinu. So what Nindinu is dealing with right now emotionally, if you just kind of jumped in, you're wondering what's going on with Nindinu right now. Nindinu got rejected from moderation. He is not on the mod team. He's not going to be on the mod team. He said he sent an application in. I didn't receive it. And he also said he sent references. Didn't receive those either. And even if I had gotten them, I would not have said yes. And he's having real problems dealing with that. He's having a lot of emotional difficulty with the reality that I'm presenting him. Duncan did it. Do you need mods over at YouTube? I'd love to use my newfound racism in a place where it is welcome and accepted. Oh, Duncan, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Quite possibly. Let me review that. I really appreciate it. That's very generous of you.
Buried in my backyard.
And that's just a hobby. So anyway, Nindinu. So yeah, Cherish, send something, by the way. I saw the little message. Send anything, Cherish. I'd love to get it from you.
Healing is possible, important, and a moral imperative among the enlightened, claimed the rotting, masturbating corpse.
Namaste. Now, anyway, guys, so that's the P.O. box. Thank you so much, Bismore999, for that, getting that quote up for us. Getting the quotes. We're getting a lot of nice quotes. Darth Ferris, absolutely. Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, that is the case tonight. Yes, I will be honoring your requests for advice, and I'll be getting through as many of you as possible. So, Darth Ferris, sit tight. We'll be opening up the line in just a moment. Before we do, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you've seen the magic work here on the call-in show and you're looking for some more materials, you're looking for the videos, you're looking for the VHS tapes, you're looking for the prints, the monthly postcard, you're looking for some music downloads, ladies and gentlemen, I have great news for you. Tonight, you can join my community of devoted light. For the price of a cup of coffee per month, you can get access to all the materials tonight. That's right, tonight. You can watch these things and fall asleep to it for all I give a shit. And in fact, if you're looking for one to fall asleep to, The Beauty of Nature would be a really gorgeous one. A really gorgeous one to put on. Affirmation for fellows, listen. The beauty of nature is what it is not. And that is important to realize. I could give a whole TED Talk on this. And let's do one more for fellows. I'm inspired men inspire me. Men inspire me. Quick affirmation for fellows, listen. Masculinity is the same thing as nature. It is what it is not. It is surviving by incorporating what is not. That was good. That was very good. Thank you. Thank you, me. Nigel Pennyweather, thank you so much. Appreciate that. And a quick GP Bear. Listen, I'll read this one because we're adjusting to the new pricing structure. Guru, can I be an honorary mod for your Yahoo Chess account? It's a defunct website, but I need this bad. Things are not good right now. No. Namaste. All right, so guys, let's go ahead, and we've gotten through the business. We're gonna at halfway point. I'm gonna take a piss, and then we're gonna come back and do mail. So we do have a couple packages from you guys that I cannot wait to open. I came back from the post office with them, and they've just been kind of like they were like burning in my hands. I wanted to open them immediately, but we're sitting tight until halfway through tonight to get through some mail. So very exciting stuff. One from Little Miss Whatever, and two, the second one from Peppercorn Patty. Namaste. Cooker Pie, you seem very sexually aggressive tonight. Very sexually aggressive tonight. Yeah, I might, honestly, I'm fucking with the Kiwi Strawberry Celsius tonight. That's probably the situation. Probably opening up the pipes, if you know what I mean. Affirmation for fellows. Kiwi Strawberry Celsius is maybe the most effective dick hardening tool over the counter. That was for fellas. Cooker Pie, namaste. Hopefully I appreciate you donating that in order so I could affirm men. I love doing it. I'm very inspired by men, but hopefully you gleaned a little something from that too as well. But guys, anyway, back to business, guys. Let's open up the damn line and let us do it. So, guys, quick little couple seconds. It's pretty self-explanatory what we're doing tonight. Advice speed round, right? Advice speed round. Now, the business with an advice speed round is that I don't like doing it. Anybody that's watched this program for any amount of time understands that the goal of this program is to stop running from that which you are biologically, mentally, and spiritually defended against. So that is a very uncomfortable reality of the self, other, and reality. It could anywhere between the initial wound of being separated from our mother, shortly after birth, or the calamitous truth that we will all die and be sort of absorbed into the universe, and there will not be even a trace of a memory. Now, these and anything in between, these are the source power of becoming here at Explorations. We are running head first. So, given that many of the problems that I'll be presented with tonight, given that many of the problems that I'm going to get calls about tonight will be, branching off. A quick affirmation for fellows. Go ahead, cut it off. All right, that was for fellas. Namaste. Mother Nipple Bottom. You know what fixes most things? Hot dogs. Just hot dogs and maybe kittens. Interesting. So we're talking. One time I watched a kitten interact with a wrench, and nothing groundbreaking to report there. Or even just a roll of tape. Kitten had no fucking idea. I've seen more kittens try to eat tape than do anything helpful with it. So, hot dogs maybe, caloric value, enjoyment. Yeah, I'll grant you that, but I don't know about this kitten business. I don't know. I just don't know about that. Now, okay. So as I was saying, guys, the source power of becoming it stems from pain and suffering that we spend our entire lives trying to avoid. So I'm going to be presented with a lot of problems by you all that stem from these initial fears, right? You're going to look for, what's some weight loss advice? Because you think losing weight is going to fix it. It's going to make you worthwhile. That's going to make you be able to go back in time and mommy and daddy think you do real good stuff. Or maybe you're going to ask like, how do I navigate the workplace? This sticky little issue that how do I get a promotion and get people like me? Why do you need people like you? You need to embrace how big of a abrasive dick you are, maybe. And maybe seeing yourself in the mirror will actually finally allow some resonance to take place in your life. So the thing is that you guys, by asking me for advice, will be sidestepping a lot of stuff that could give you the keys to the next level. But as I said, my DMs get flooded. Everything reaches to a certain point, and I'm like, okay, we got to stem the tide. We got to do something. We got to triage. We got to put a tourniquet. We got to put a catheter in. We got to put a little eye patch over the eye that's fallen out. We got to deal with the immediate physical reality so that you guys stay focused on the real tools of the program. So, in that spirit, guys, we're going to get through as many of you tonight as possible. The line is open. Advice speed round 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hey, Leslie. It's Michael.
Michael. Brother Michael's communal vision real quick from Phil Z74, just saying, fuck you.
Fuck you.
I don't know if that was directed to you. It was interesting timing. I can't imagine anybody hating you, Michael. You're so likable.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Mike, is that? Do you have haters? Do you have enemies?
I do have haters. I actually wanted to come to you about my haters.
Beautiful. Let's talk about it. So, guys, we're doing an advice speed round tonight, and we are getting into Michael's haters. Let's go.
Leslie, I want to ask you a question about a problem I have.
Please, go ahead.
How do I stop being so awesome? I mean, I'm just so awesome that everybody's like, oh, man, Michael. Like, I want to be Michael. Like, I wish I was Michael. And then they hate on me because they're jealous.
Pepperoncini, hey, Michael. Please keep your mouth near the phone when you talk. Namaste.
Yes, ma'am.
Nice. Got his ass. Nice. That literally is gonna hurt him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So listen. Yeah, let's get into it. So here's something a clarifying sort of principle that I use for situations like this. Naked comedy. Explore convicted public masturbator. Namaste. May the stream gods allow me to call in and speak to Goo Woo. Namaste, Naked Comedy. Thank you so much. And good luck with the charges. Good luck with, I don't know if it's a community service sentence or something, but good luck. Now, Michael, this clarifying principle, also thank you for the sub for the 15th month in a row, Naked Comedy. You're not sneaking by me. Okay, Michael. I have a sort of saying that I use in times like this, right? Because when you first said that to me, how do I stop being so awesome? That confused me at first because you have been terminated by Peppercorn Patty. Namaste. Namaste. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's up that I could call you tonight?
See, this is what I'm talking about. They're hating. They want to be me. They want my nonchalantness, but I just can't stop.
Peppercorn said, I'm your biggest hater.
I know. Like, she's just proving my point.
Well, listen, okay, so let's get back to what I was saying then until you get terminated again. Now, what I was sharing with you is a principle, a guiding principle. You said this thing that confused me. How do I stop being so awesome? Now, normally people want to be awesome, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you find yourself being awesome and looking for a way to stop. So my question, the thing that I think that clears things up for me in situations like this is problems that cause problems are problems, right? But problems that don't cause problems are not, in fact, problems. So my question stemming from this is, what kind of actual problems do these haters cause in your life? Like, what really actually happens? Let's get down to brass tacks.
Well, if I think about it, I guess it hurts that someone would see me as so...
Philzy74, caller, remember that time you weren't awesome?
I do remember that. And I look back on that with joy.
Interesting. Okay, so okay, let's get back to it. Oh, communal vision from Hippo Cryptomatic saying, trick question, never were awesome. So somebody challenging this idea that you are actually as awesome as you say.
Well, I don't care.
Okay, so let me pick at that a little bit. Well, after we get this communal vision coming in, Nigel Pennyweather, Michael, how do you rid a culture of narcissistic tendencies?
I usually, I'll treat everyone the same, but just really shittily. Everyone gets treated shittily the same.
Interesting solution. Nindy New, hey Michael, no pressure, but would you be willing to write me a reference for an internet mod job I'm a shoe-in for?
Let me cook up right quick. Oven baked pizza. Costco.
Cougar Pie says, does Michael look like Andy Milanakis?
No, I'm a bit too thin for that. I'd say I'm more closer to like Greg Heffley.
Or like who?
Greg Heffley, the little squirt from Diary of the Wimpy Kid.
Yeah, I get more of a twink vibe from you.
Yeah. You know what's up.
Yeah, I can hear it. I can hear it in your voice. But listen. So So okay, I want to illuminate this. I want to underline something right now with you. Okay, so you called up talking about how some haters make you feel bad, right?
Yeah.
But some haters, as we just saw, you don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
What's the difference? What's the difference between the haters that you had in mind when you initially called and the haters we've just seen on the screen tonight?
Well, the thing is that there's a pretty distinct difference between the haters. I mean, one hater is actually affected by my awesomeness, while the other one's just trying to poke fun, like just trying to get a little laugh. And I respect that, honestly. Like, I respect the grind to just be a funny little guy.
Sure, and so these other people, what sets them apart? They got something sort of a darkness in their heart that you can sense, and it adds a little sting.
I mean, like, I hear them and I understand that they're upset that I'm just so awesome. However, I know that they're just upset because they wish they were awesome. And
right.
I feel bad that they feel the need to be so hateful when they could just be like a cool guy. Like
They can't, though. Here's the thing. PhilZ74 says, Michael, I hate you so much. I love you. Then I turn into a little baby tampon boy. Any response to that?
46.
Okay, sounds good. So, like as I was saying, this is the thing. This is the thing, Michael. What it sounds like to me, it reminds me of like when I listen to like rich people complain about being rich. You know, they wish they could be poor. They wish they could have an authentic experience, or they wish they had to work really hard, or something like this. It's a weird, guilty prostration, and it's unsightly. It's obscene a little bit, because ultimately that thing that you said right at the end, about they could just be a cool guy. No, they can't, Michael. They can't. They see you doing something that they know they can't do because they are not that person. Their life will be worse because they're not likable. They're not a funny little guy. They're not a likable little twink running around having fun and being wise like you are. They're angry because they're dumb. They understand the limits of their mind, and they see you as a reminder of how much better their life could be. So listen, my advice to you is just kind of nut up. Like you're better than these people, and that's true. Not everyone can be good like you.
So would you say that I should flex my ethicness more, or should I continue to let them wallow in their own sadness?
I mean, I from a mental health aspect, if you're asking me as a therapist, I would say do whatever causes them more pain. Illuminate the conflict in them. You know, sort of really like lean into, like put salt on the wound, a wound that they don't even know is there. Let it define their life. Let it boil up from the back recesses of their mind to the point that it is just like right in front of them, and then they have to deal with it. Because that is certainly more in line with the program. Data Pagan subbing for the 10th month in a row. Namaste to Data Pagan. Explorer, failed parent of several. Namaste. 10 beautiful and terrifying months. Namaste to Data Pagan. Thank you so much, hon. I really appreciate that. Explorer, failed parent of several too. Good luck with all that. Good luck with all that. You got some little shitheads that are really going to resent you. Now, Michael. That is what I'm going to leave you with. Lean in. Accept that, you know, this is just your lot. And you are better than them. And you're not doing them any favors by acting like you're not. And believing in them.
I'll take that advice. Thank you, Leslie.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Michael. Namaste to you.
Namaste. And one thing to all my haters. Peppercorn Patty, you wish you could be me. Namaste.
That's honestly truer than yes. Namaste. Namaste to you, Michael. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Sam.
Sam, namaste to you. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I need advice.
Talk to me. What do we need advice for?
Okay, quick overview.
Jessica bears the quick subscription. Explorer makes women feel uncomfortable. That I believe. Namaste. Also, Phil needs some advice. Yeah, well, hopefully Phil can, fucking dial in, because that's how we're dealing with it. Namaste.
Phil might be like my dad, who I'm asking for advice kind of on behalf of. Basically, I moved in with my dad, and we're having some communication issues.
Okay. Quick communal vision, Phil Z74. Caller, I am super into wine, and someone called me a grapist. Is that bad?
Wait, my dad is super into wine.
Is that part of the communication issue?
Maybe, but basically, I mean, I've been in therapy and then the program for many years.
Sure.
My dad has not. He's just finished his 8th week of generic therapy, and I'm
sorry about that. I'm not in an apologetic way, just in a mournful way. I hate hearing that.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a lot, but basically, I'm dealing with that classic, not to be generalizing, but boomer versus millennial headbutt of the younger generations believing it is our duty to heal, not just for ourselves, but those around us, and the boomer focus on, is my life okay? Cool.
Okay. So you're getting a sort of a
We're getting in a feedback loop. And
right.
The main thing that if I needed to pinpoint, it would be that when I try to explain some modalities or some stuff, he takes everything as a personal attack, or he takes everything as a personal judgment, or like, you're not good enough, enough. And I keep trying to explain, that's why I think you should go to therapy, because I don't think that reaction is based in a shared reality. But yeah, I'm just kind of hitting the wall. So, for cohabitation's sake, Google, what do you advise?
Can I ask a question that I mean in a respectful way towards, because our relationship with our parents, especially if things are going well enough to be able to move in with them, then there's something, there's some kind of connection there, some kind of compassion and care that I have respect for.
Yeah. He's not a bad guy at all. We're both very intellectual, and
well, that was going to be my question is, you start saying stuff like shared reality, and in these therapy things, and is he dumb?
I think he is very smart for a boomer.
Okay, so intellectually he is sharp.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So that's helpful. We can kind of scratch that off. So then so we can focus now as an emotional thing, and that's a completely different. A good, useful piece of information. So,
and he is a male, so I would say we're dealing with probably, like, on the scale of things, he's very accepting, he's very open, but men, by and large, especially with that age group, are a little less emotionally intelligent.
Yeah, I would say that's the thing about the phrase emotional intelligence, though, right? It's got some implicit beliefs kind of coded in a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got some implicit beliefs coded in, and it's a difficult thing to unpack with somebody who doesn't necessarily know how to make sense of those implicit beliefs. It can be really muddy the waters. Cougar Pie says, does he have dementia? How old is he?
Dementia does run in his family. He's almost 70, and that, I've told him this, but I only said it once to not scare him, but that's kind of, I did tell him I've been caretaking for other elderly, and I grew up around caretaking, and my main thing is I think he has a lot of fear, and that is going to be the most dangerous thing when and if he does develop dementia, which is very likely. So I'm trying to get him to crash course in some important things before it's too late.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit about that. I can tell he hates that you do that. Now, real quick, Duncan did it. We got some communal visions we got to catch up on. Have you ever tried hobbies together with your dad? I like hentai and pickleball.
He is disabled, and I don't drink wine, but we can find something, I'm sure. He used to smoke cigars, so I could probably muster one of those.
Quick affirmation for fellas, listen. You're right to be pissed off by, if you're pissed off by therapy speak, fucking dig your heels in. Don't let them get you. And that was sort of, that's a direct to men message that I would but as far as us talking about your father, though, we're going to have a little more nuance of a conversation about that. Real quick, Duncan did it. Have you ever tried hobbies? We did that. Hypocryptomatic. Caller, does your dad buy your toilet paper to wipe your ass and Kleenex to wipe your whiny tears for you?
I buy my own tissues, and I've been using the supply of tissue, of toilet paper that was left here for someone else.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you for that. Phil Z74. Hey, caller, why the hell do you care about what generation you're from? Sounds like you're making an excuse for yourself. That's from Phil Z74. Barb's out.
See, this is why, I mean, not Phil, but Guru. If I need to be called in, you know, I trust you. But
Well,
yeah,
Right. And of course, you know, I respect and I encourage, you know, a lot of, you know, this sort of the challenging of both me and the callers and everything that we discuss here. That's the program
also,
at work.
Just to make it clear too, I'm an only child, and I basically don't want to fight with him when I have to wipe his butt one day. So just to be clear, the end goal for me.
So that's an end goal. So that's a specific end goal, and really will. Well, okay. So then let's make this. Let's put a little bow on this and then put a little wrap up on this then for you. So you're bright, right? You're emotionally sensitive. You understand things. You can understand them, you know, conceptually, and can emotionally relate to them. This is a strength. Now, one thing that you're going to have to decide is whether to, you know, how much to cede emotionally to your father. Yeah, Duncan did it with the communal vision. Hey, honey, maybe wiping his butt now will allow you to bond, especially because that leftover toilet paper won't last forever.
I will be wiping his butt in June, so that's the other thing. There's a procedure coming up where I will be literally doing that. So I am talking about him when he gets older, but I'm also talking about him in a month. Right.
Well, listen. Let's think about him like an animal, right? You know, if you're trying to, if you're you know, you got a stray cat. And you don't just try to grab them by the scruff if they're used to living outside, if they don't trust something that they don't understand. Because this therapy speak, I think, is making him feel stupid because there's something, he knows it's a lost battle. You know, you get something he doesn't. If he starts using the words you use, he's gonna get his ass kicked. He's gonna lose something he feels is important. So I think.
Should I just kick his ass?
Listen, honestly, I was going to say, I think you got to speak his language. I think you got to speak his language. I think you got to, you got to be more direct. I think, and not direct in like maybe a more crass way, you know, relative to how, you know, sort of mindful therapy informed direct might be. You got to listen what's one instance where he fucking pisses you off?
He comments on my body.
Like what? Burying the lead here. That's now. Philzy 74. Maybe dress this old piece of shit like a little cute girl, and then it won't feel so bad wiping his ass.
He doesn't really have any hips, though, for like a cute skirt, so that wouldn't really work.
Well, thanks for staying open to that. I'm sure that meant a lot to Phil. Yeah, go ahead, though. Continue.
Just like we're not a skinny family, and there is a lot of... I've moved beyond feeling the confines of traditional beauty standards, but that's another conversation that I'm not
sure. Yeah, no, that's a whole thing. But yeah. So okay, so he basically pokes at you, calls you fat in like in a sort of family we're keeping you in the mud kind of way, you little pig.
Yeah, or he doesn't even know he's doing it.
Right, of course he doesn't. Yeah. No, no fucking idea. I think, get a water bottle Or figure out an equivalent of a water bottle and spray him in the fucking face when he does stuff. It's got to be direct. He's not going to get this stuff. And I don't blame him either, because I've worked with a lot of people in his position, and I know, there have been times when I started off my career as a therapist that I would say therapy things to someone like that, and they would get fucking pissed. One guy swung on me, and we had it out. And honestly, it really grew. We grew together, and I realized this has got to be the end of me talking like this to people like this. So they're right to be defended against a thing that's going to fucking rob them of something. And will it help them also? If they bought into it, maybe, but it's also going to hurt them. And I think so. I think what you got to do is just fucking you gotta punch them, spray them in the face with water, call them fat back, or do something that just like really brings it to the surface. You know what I mean?
A pee in his wine.
Yeah, if you can get, I don't know how your urethra works, but if you can dial it in for that.
They make that thing for vages that turns the pee stream into a pointed. What's that thing where you stand, but the girl can stand, or the vagina can stand?
Yeah, the camping thing. Yeah. I suppose that's something.
And I got a funnel.
Yeah. Well, listen, I think your dad's right to be defended against the therapy speak, because it's a losing battle for him, and he's, I'll be real blunt. You're going to be wiping his ass. That's your concern, and we see it's headed to that zone, and that's a very humiliating thing. So I think the best thing you could do is just grab him by the scruff, spray him with a little bottle.
I got a bottle.
Yeah, perfect.
Sick. Thank you, Guru.
Absolutely, Sam. Namaste to you. Thanks for calling in.
Namaste.
Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Quick affirmation for days. Stop going to therapy and borrow meds. Okay, caller. Yeah, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you?
It's Michaela.
Michaela, welcome back to the show, Michaela. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing okay. I'm past most of my exams and stuff, kind of.
Namaste. Congrats. Congrats on getting over the exams. I know you've been working very hard on that stuff, trying to balance your workload in school and your workload here at the program. So I really appreciate you you finding that balance, and I'm glad to hear that you're on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we are getting into an advice speed round tonight, Michaela. I hate doing this because I think, by giving you advice, I am basically abusing you.
Right.
I'm doing something unethical. I think this is kind of a hideous thing that I'm doing, but I'm going to do it anyway. So what can I help you with tonight?
Well, I'm going to cut it to you straight.
Yeah.
Guru.
Yeah.
I feel like whenever I'm in a relationship, I feel as if I am viewing it from the perspective of somebody who was enjoying a novel or something instead of actually being in it. Does that make sense?
Whenever you're in a relationship, you are enjoying... Say that one more time. I want to make sure I understand this.
So, whenever I'm in a relationship, it feels like I'm an outward observer. And I'm like, oh, this is not dissociation. It's like I do the things, I do the loving thing. And then they do something so absolutely contrary to what I would expect someone who I am in a relationship with would do, that it sort of shatters this illusion.
Interesting. Okay. So shatters the illusion. So you're like a Pollyanna kind of like thing in your own relationships. And then
what?
Like you're like a self-insert, right? Like you're a construct and you're watching it.
I guess so. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm doing it, but, like, yeah.
Right. It's not, you're not there, but it's not, you're also aware, you have the sensation that it is not you to some extent.
I have the sensation that I can never feel fully comfortable in the relationship because I feel as if I am expecting it to go a certain way.
Okay, well, need to go back, explore, civil engineer, namaste to you. Need to go back, throwing down on a sub for the 21st month in a row. Need to go back. I would not have guessed it was that long. It's amazing how time goes when somebody really commits themselves to something utterly transformative such as explorations. Namaste, need to go back. Phil Z74, caller, do you make Excel spreadsheets of your lovers and no one is good enough?
No, I have not had that many lovers.
And also, welcome Raiders. We've been raided by What's Up Cats Up. Namaste, What's Up Cats Up. Guys, shout out. Can we get a shout out for What's Up Cats Up? And Namaste, Toaster, our Toaster, best friend Toaster, Namaste. Blessings and namaste to you, brother. It's wonderful to have you and your flock here. I wonder what you were even doing. What was going on over there? Great show so far. I've been watching as usual. That's not true. You were streaming, and as you are free to do. It's a beautiful Wednesday night. You often stream on Wednesday nights. Namaste to you. What's up, Cap? So we don't need to lie about that. And thank you. Now, okay. So you're watching yourself, right? You're not. There's some version of yourself that's not in the relationship, and you know that. And you said it's because you're afraid that it's going to go a certain way. But you also said this other. Let's back up a second.
I can give you specifics.
Yeah, go ahead. Put some meat on the bones. Go ahead.
Okay, so one of my significant others, we were hanging out in a store.
Sure.
And we were being all flirty and stuff. And then, just without warning, he completely silently rips ass so bad that it like makes my eyes water. And then he tries to still be romantic and stuff. And I explained that kind of ruined the mood, and he didn't understand why.
It sounded to me like, well, in that situation, it sounds to me like, you know, he doesn't see ripping ass as he sees it as some sort of vulnerability.
He says he doesn't have control over it.
So he just rips ass.
Yeah. And he did it again later, and it led to a fight one time, to the point where I was crying.
And what you were crying because he farted?
No.
Put some details on that. Cougar Pie says, do you date lunks? I don't know what a lunk is. What's a lunk?
I honestly don't know either.
Can somebody fill me in? Can somebody let me know? Can somebody let this this old man know exactly what that means?
Okay.
Communal vision real quick from Phil Z74. Phil Z74 says, are we talking about that dumb piece of garbage toaster? Bad date night.
No, I'm not talking about Toaster. Best friend Toaster. This guy isn't my boyfriend anymore. This was years ago, by the way.
So, okay, take me step by step how he farted and it upset you so much that you started crying.
Okay, so one of the reasons why we broke up is because we would fight pretty much every time that we hung out. But he thought it was a discussion. But I would normally cry. And so we were hanging out, and we went to like a museum or whatever, and he just like very completely silently just like, you know, did it again. And I was worried that the people around were worried that I did it. And so I told him this is embarrassing, and he said, I can't control it. And so we started doing things like discussing fart-proof underwear, things like that. And it just, one thing led to another, and it ended with me crying. And we made up at the end.
Okay, listen, so let's not drill down. You've been terminated by Phil Z74. Good luck with everything. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
I don't want to hold the line too much, but I do just want to finish this up a little bit.
Okay, yeah, so listen, let's not drill down on this fart thing anymore. Phil Z said, sounds like you farted. And then well, we have a psychic emergency coming in just a moment. Psychic emergency from Yahoo Serious.
How is that dog?
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Yahoo Sirius 444 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 Clifford the Big Red Dog has dug an intricate network of tunnels underneath the town. He smells you through the dirt and will find you in your root cellar. Using whistles will only attract him. Retreat to the dam. Repeat. Cheer 300 Clifford the Big Red Dog has dug an intricate network of tunnels underneath the town. He smells you through the dirt and will find you in your root cellar. Using whistles will only attract him. Retreat to the dam. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Thank you so much for the update of Clifford the Big Red Dog coming from Yahoo Serious. Really appreciate that. We're getting a couple updates a show about that, and thanks for keeping us abreast. Namaste. Now, let's not drill down on this fart business because that was confusing to me. And also, if you're fighting all the time, it doesn't really. It's about there's something else going on. But let's. Also, I don't know what that had to do with. Listen, I want to talk for a moment about the fact that you're watching yourself. I think that's fun. First of all, that's a powerful position to be in, to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. I think I would don't give that up. Don't give that up. Phil Z74, if there's no brown sugar down there, then it didn't happen. Namaste. Brown sugar being little poop sprays, I'd imagine. Thank you so much. And a quick quote coming in.
Human sexuality is debasing and hideous, and yet the ideas of transcendence or liberation provide a glimpse into an even deeper human perversion.
Namaste. Now let's. So, I have a question for you, and I've had it right at the beginning as soon as you called. Are you ready, Michaela?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you told me that you are watching yourself in a relationship, and then you went on to kind of pathologize and say maybe this isn't the right thing to do. You recognize it as maybe as a self-defense mechanism. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, listen. There's this thing in therapy that gets tossed around a lot by a lot of clinicians, and it makes me want to physically fight them. I really can't stand it. And hypocryptomatic with the communal vision, just saying hello, namaste, thank you so much. Hypocryptomatic saying hello via a communal vision. Namaste, hon. Really appreciate that. Now, okay, so back to it. There's this thing that therapists do, and they do it, they know they're not supposed to do it. So when I call them out, they back up. They get embarrassed. But on some level, somewhere in their mind, they know that they really do believe that defense mechanisms are bad, are unsightly, are unenlightened, are stupid, are low class, are uninformed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They think that defense mechanisms are bad. I'm here to tell you though, when you're in a relationship and you're being vulnerable, namaste pepperoncini for those 50 bits. You are right to defend yourself. Duncan did it. Brown sugar, why do you taste so good? Ooh, brown sugar. I've never blamed someone's farts for my bad kissing. He could have also had IBS, irritable boyfriend syndrome. Real quick quote.
I have jars of piss buried in my backyard.
I'll give you another one. That's a repeat.
If someone is trying to get you to relax, they're trying to hurt you.
This kind of ties in. If someone's trying to get you to relax or trying to hurt you, that kind of ties into the defense mechanism. Listen, the defense mechanism, this is a skill. Not everybody has this skill. Not everybody, some people, they get into a relationship, they have no defenses. Their entire being is in that relationship. There's no butthole, emotional or spiritual or otherwise, to relax. Their butthole is so open in an alarming way that I think is very unhealthy, very bad. So you're just telling me that you have a very nuanced control of your spiritual butthole, Michaela, and you keep that firm. You keep that firmed up, okay?
Yeah, okay. I'll ask my doctor about that.
This avatar that you have is very powerful. In fact, I would say that anybody that doesn't have an avatar is fucking up.
Do you have an avatar?
Do I have an? Of course I do. Yes, of course I do.
Is it blue?
Absolutely.
Like the.
Continue. Go ahead.
Like the like the avatars, the aliens.
Yes. Yes, I do. And we'll save that conversation for another night. I'd love to discuss that with you and how I navigate my own avatars. Certainly, I would love to get in that with you. But listen, right now, I'm going to go ahead and block everything that any therapist has ever told you. This self-defense mechanism is positive, and have some fun with it. Have some fun with this other Michaela, right?
I'll do that.
Yeah. Then don't let anybody take it from you. Philzy74, ever had a dream where Leslie stole all of your college books and sold them for Burpo meds?
Not yet, no. But maybe tonight. Who knows?
Pepperoncini, thank you so much for the bits. Blessings and namaste. Now listen, I don't even think you need advice. I think you just kind of need to be reassured that, keep lying to people. Don't let people in, and you've been terminated. Namaste. 708-240-8953. 708-240-8953. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello, Mr. Leslie. This is Nigel.
Nigel, namaste. Namaste. Welcome back to the program, Nigel. How you doing tonight?
Oh, great. Just cooking some brisket. Yeah.
Ooh, you getting a slow cook on that brisket?
Oh yeah, it's been 3 hours so far.
Ooh, I'm jealous. I'm jealous. What kind of spices you put on that? Do you make your own rub, or do you just kind of get one?
Oh, I don't know. The wife put it together. I just cook it.
I understand. Yeah, let her do the work. Namaste. Now, Nigel, I'd love. Listen, tonight we're discussing. You have been terminated by Yahoo Serious. Blessings. Terminated by Yahoo Serious, saying good night. Thank you so much, Yahoo. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Leslie.
Is this best friend Toaster?
Leslie.
Namaste, Toasty. How you doing tonight?
Leslie, do you know what day it is?
What day is it?
Leslie, wipe that smile off your face, bitch. It's Wednesday. You know what you're doing.
Did you just call me a bitch?
You know what you're doing.
You just called me a bitch.
Okay, I look, I take back the bitch, but you know what you're doing.
Communal Vision from Philzy74. Nigel, you ever try to cook yourself? Like an hour late on that.
Leslie, you took my Wednesday again. You know you're not supposed to go live on Wednesdays.
You stream every day.
Leslie, I have a World of Warcraft stream I have to do. It's squad night every Wednesday night. And when you go live on Wednesdays like this, that means I have to take time out of the WoW squad night and I have to call you because I want to get my call in, and that's not fair to them because I'm taking time out of the WoW squad to talk to you when you go live on Wednesdays like this. So this is not fair for anybody, Leslie.
Why don't you just wait?
You have to stop. You have to stop going live on Wednesdays. You have to stop.
Toaster, quiet. Listen, what? Okay, let's say if I did on nights that I don't stream on a Wednesday, Philzy74, Toaster, you're a dumb slut. Prove us wrong.
I don't answer communal visions.
Oh, you don't answer them now? You did before.
I don't answer them now.
Nothing from Yahoo Serious.
I didn't answer them before sometimes too. And sometimes I did, but now I'm not. And here's another thing, Leslie. Oh, it's nothing. Is it over? Is it over yet?
Real quick, communal vision from Peppercorn Patty. Actually, he's done with squad night. He actually ended squad night early to call in, so he's a dumb slut and a liar.
Look, that's part of my point.
Psychic emergency. There's a penis alert. Hold on.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Framware to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 crash out, 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 circle repeat. Cheer 300 crash out, 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 crash out.
Nope, halfway.
Crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out.
Halfway through the first one or halfway through the repeat?
We're repeating right now. We just started it.
Crash out, 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 crash out.
So that was just the first one that whole time?
We're halfway through the second one. Please be quiet.
Crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out, crash out,
What did it say?
crash out, crash out, crash out. See, we now continue with your normal broadcast.
It said the words crash out about 90 times. Philzy74, the communal vision toaster, was my Explorer of the month, but he didn't even notice.
Not answering communal visions.
Okay. Well, listen.
He could say that to my face if he really wants to say it.
Toaster.
You don't have to say it to. You don't have to hide behind a communal vision.
Running people over should be a misdemeanor if you're on CBD.
I stand by that. And I'll vote for anybody. I'll vote for anybody that and I'm not voting until that gets on the ballot. I will usher in one of the most, I will vote to usher in a heinous paradigm in my community. Anywhere between the local and federal level if they put that on the ballot. Real quick,
Leslie, what do you have to say for yourself about this?
Hey Toaster, this is a testimonial, not a communal vision. Can you talk more about the WoW Squad and how Leslie streaming means no one saw you get 2 bis blues from Dead Mines?
Yeah, bis means best in slot for my level. Yeah, we were doing Dead Mines tonight, and we were running Dead Mines, and Emberstone staff dropped, and that's best in slot.
Sometimes
and
I just stare for up to an hour at my biceps, triceps, lats, and quads to help manifest gains.
Okay, continue.
And everyone would have saw it if you weren't streaming on Wednesdays like you're not supposed to. So, good job. So that's another thing you deprived everyone of. They would have seen me get the Emberstone staff and win the role. So, sorry to break it to your chat, but yeah, Leslie took that from you guys too. So, good job, Leslie. Let's see what you're doing, Leslie. Do you see?
No.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Listen, Toaster, the question I was going to ask you at the beginning of this call, way back when, was going to be, do you, okay, let's say I didn't stream tonight. This is a normal Wednesday night for you. Until what time would you stream?
Oh, about like 10:30.
Okay. So listen.
CST, Central King Time.
I'm in the same time zone. I stream until 11:30, and your calls take anywhere between 7 and 15 minutes. Do you see where I'm going? Psychic emergency. Psychic emergency from. Yep.
How convenient.
Yep, I sure do like cats. Remember what you were going to say. I want to hear it.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS.
What is it? What does it say?
Interrupted this broadcast.
It's yep, I sure do like cats saying hi, Toaster.
Do like cats to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 high toaster, 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 high toaster,
is it almost over?
high toaster, high
Not even halfway.
high toaster, high toaster, high toaster,
How many high toasters is that?
toaster, hello toaster, high toaster, high toaster, high toaster, high toaster, high toaster, high
What's up, Bleach?
high toast. Repeat. Cheer 300
What's
high
up,
toaster,
Bleach?
high toaster, high toaster, high toaster, high toaster, high toaster.
You call me a bitch and you mock me in the middle of a psychic emergency. I'm about to terminate you.
Because you're not even talking to me. You're reading your stupid little visions and you're letting the stupid psychic emergencies play out. And I'm over here. I'm here to talk, and you're avoiding me. And we have an issue that we need to work out, and we need to figure this out. And you need to communicate. And I'm here. I'm begging for just an ounce, a shred of just some. You just show me some respect, just a shred of respect, and have this conversation with me, because we can work this out.
Cooker Pie gifting 25 subs. Holy freaking moly!
Wow!
Namaste. That's Sweetie Pie, Cooker Pie. Namaste. Put a little sugar on top of our little exploration. Will you shut the fuck up?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Speed it up. Speed it up.
That is so disrespectful.
Do your thing. Thank you, Cooker Pie. Thank you. Wow, 25. Wow. Go. Hurry. Go on.
The system's all backed up. Quick affirmation for fellas. Listen, no matter if you got somebody who calls you up and says you're their best friend, who calls you a bitch, who mocks you during very important times in their evening, they're not your best friend. You need to question that.
Remember what you said, Leslie?
Zeal 2025 gifting 25 community subs.
25.
That's
whoa. Get it out.
I cannot stand you.
Go. Wow, 25.
Hold on. There's communal visions.
Oh no, another communal vision. Oh.
Affirmation for fellas. Listen, you gotta listen. If you gotta cut a best friend off, and the best friend is talking to you while you're trying to cut him off, you gotta cut it off even harder. Fran Weard, hey Toast, I'm a Leslie mod now. My attorneys will be reaching out to discuss the terms of my resignation as a Wuku warrior. Sorry I couldn't share the news in a more personal way. Lawyers, they never change. Wow.
This is the Psychic Emergency
How does it feel to hear that?
System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Yahoo Sirius 444 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 The howling from Clifford the Big Red Dog within 100 yards without hearing protection can result in total hearing failure. After ripping through the gate at the zoo, other animals are following him. The local donut shop has been eaten. Road to dam only escape route. Repeat. Cheer 300 The howling from Clifford the Big Red Dog within 100 yards without hearing protection can result in total hearing failure. After ripping through the gate at the zoo, other animals are following.
Putting him down.
The local
Everybody just put
donut
him
shop
down.
has been eaten. Road to dam, only escape route. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
Thank you so much for that update regarding Clifford the Big Red Dog. Namaste to you, Yahoo Serious. Phil Z74 putting down old Toasty there. Cooker Pie, by the way, you've got a termination. Cooker's got a termination in the chamber because you doubled up. Yeah, so this was Cooker's. Cooker, you got one. You just say all caps terminate in chat. Let me know when you want to say good night to somebody. Hypocryptomatic. Here, Mish, Toaster, Leslie made a big stink in congratulating his new best friend on his mod ship. Congrats, Fram. Namaste. Or has that even been on the screen yet? 1 second, caller. There was a real traffic jam of alerts that I need to untangle real quick. Zeal2025 and Cougar Pie, each gifting 25 community subs. I cannot tell you how important that is here to the program, the spreading of the light of the program. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going through growth spurts of massive proportions here, and those could not have come at a more succinct and perfect time. Nigel Pennyweather saying, Toaster, you dirty fucking drug addict. Namaste. So we'll catch up as time goes by. Thank you so much to Cooker and Zeal2025. Extremely goddamn generous of you. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you? Quick affirmation for the fellas. Sometimes you got to spank your best friend. Sometimes you got to pull down his pants. You got to spank his little butt cheeks raw. I don't care how far back you go. I don't care how important he is to you. Sometimes that's the only act of love available to you. And if you love your best friend, you'll spank his little ass raw in front of an entire community of people. Hypocryptomatic. Here, Mish, Toaster, Leslie made a big stink in congratulating his new best friend on his mod ship. So I think there's just so much happening. Okay, who did this terminate? Was that me? Yeah, that was me. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
It's Dee.
Dee, welcome back to the program. Dee, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you, Leslie?
I'm doing great. We're having a very active night, a lot of passions. I think Toaster was upset that Fram Weard joined my mod team, which means that he has left the Wuku Warriors. Are you familiar with what those are?
I'm not familiar. Could you explain?
I could, but I'm not. It's his mod team. He calls them the Wuku Warriors.
Oh.
Now here we go. We've got Orchestar saying, "I fucked this up and did affirmation." Okay, number 1, Scorpio Moon crash out. Number 2, I don't think Twitch needs another weekday WoW streamer, TBH. Number 3, Toaster, have you ever even gassed 25 subs at once? Phil Z74, Toaster drinks his own pee. Blessings and namaste. Yeah, I appreciate that. All thoughts that we were all thinking, Orchestar. Really appreciate that. Leave it to Orchestar. Orchestar's got that gift. Talent to sort of say what we were all thinking. Namaste. Now, thank you. And also to the bits from Yahoo Serious. Blessings. Now, real quick, Dee. Tonight we're doing the advice speedrun. I don't want to get lost in the sauce too much here. Dee, what can I do for you tonight?
Advice-wise?
Phil Z74, Camille Vision. Dee, if you are in the market for a snuggly as sugar daddo, I'm in the market.
Fuck no. Thanks, though.
Yeah, it's important. Be firm with him. You got to be firm with him. Okay, so that's a fuck no, Phil. Thanks for the offer, I guess. Now, let's go. Advice speedrun. What can I do for you? Tell me something you're looking for some guidance on.
Well, I just stopped vaping. I get some guidance on that. I'm 5 days clean from vaping, and I was very, very, I would vape every couple of minutes, basically.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like right when I wake up, before I go to bed, after I eat
Right.
meals, before I shower. But now I haven't for 5 days. And it's eating at me.
Right, it's eating at you. You feel miserable, lost. There's a hole inside of you. You're looking for something, and you had something for a little bit.
Yeah.
What made you want to stop vaping?
Getting a lot of health, seeing a lot of stuff on my social medias about the possible health concerns that vaping causes and shit like that. And then I was getting like a massive influx of them. So I was like, I'll take this as a sign.
So the algorithm just hit you, made you feel bad about what you were doing with your life, your body, and you said, let me do something else with my life, my body.
Yeah.
Right.
Pretty
okay.
much.
So listen, I think that's interesting. I think, and when it comes to this kind of thing, I like to remove my value judgment of things like vaping or
Success
drinking.
Success is fun and feels good because you are good when you do it.
That's a really good one. Thanks so much, Orchestra. Now, when it comes to vaping, it's what I like to. I'm kind of jealous of you because in that sweet spot, you're in a real sweet spot right now. You're feeling that lack in a very visceral way, and this is one of the maybe greatest things of becoming addicted to things, right? Of at the low end, forming a habit. On the other end, on the high end of the spectrum, a physical dependency. But you're in the sweet spot. You're in the go zone right now. And what I mean by that, Dee Dee, is that there is no mitigating factor between you and the sensation and knowledge of the hole inside of you. It's a tremendous strength, a tremendous attribute that addicts have. That if they have the wherewithal to realize the position they're in, brother, you're in a very spiritually fragrant and ripe zone. This misery that you're in.
Do I look into the hole?
You are the hole right now, brother. You are the hole. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like when you become addicted to something and you stop for whatever reason. You might have reflected on it and might want to choose a path. But this is a gift. This is a gift. Because
What do I do with this gift, Leslie? Feels like a curse.
Exactly. Oh my good Lord, Dee Dee, yes. Yes. Listen, this is exactly where you want to be. This is exactly this visceral embodiment of this negativity is so anything worth knowing to any extent in this lifetime comes from the position that you are in right now.
Oh.
Anything worth knowing comes from this place right now. Now, it's only a matter of time till you get over the hump and you get back to some sort of sense of normalcy, and you can go back to telling yourself the same sort of fairy tales that you were telling yourself before. But this knowledge right now that you have, you're experiencing something direct and real. And it's invaluable.
I see. I've been enveloped.
Exactly. Sometimes, sometimes I'll just start doing heroin for Yeah, like not very long, 4 or 5 days, enough to like kind of get a little bit. I'm not super addictive of personality, so it's not that big of a tool in my tool belt.
That's the thing you're most addicted to if you do it. Like the thing that can get you closest to being an addict is heroin.
Yeah, it's
Not
heroin, little bits of heroin. And it just really puts me right up front. People like to talk about acid giving you insight, right? Psychedelics giving you some sort of insight into being. And I think that's the opposite direction. I think if you really want insight into being, you need to do heroin. You need to do crank. You need to smoke some random pills that you smashed up because you found them on the road. Smoke that out of a light bulb. Or a tinny, and then sit with reality after that. That is going to be so much more valuable than doing some sort of research chemical or some other complete retarded waste of time.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, vaping is a perfect example, though. If vaping gets you to that spot, vaping gets you to a miserable enough place that you got to call me and ask for advice, then I think it was the right choice.
Yeah, I've been getting grouchy. It makes me grouchy.
Namaste. Phil Z74. Caller, are you the kind of guy who dyes his hair like pink and tries to convince peeps it's cool? That's from Phil Z74.
Phil, you know that's not true, and how dare you try to fucking slander my name.
Appreciate that. Thanks for the pushback on that. What's your fave hole? We got a poll up from the mods. What's your fave hole? V hole, B hole, face hole, not listed, extra strange. Interesting poll. I'd love to see the results of that. Go ahead and vote in the chat over here at twitch.tv. Now, so listen, yeah, I think you're on the right track, bud. I think you're on the right track. I think allowing yourself the sort of very addictive pleasure of vaping or some such other thing and then taking it away is very, I think it's a very profound spiritual practice, and I think you're on the right track.
Is there a so you said you get addicted to heroin for like a couple days at a time.
Yeah.
How long, what's the break points, and what do you think is a good relapse point as far as vaping equivalency to your heroin use?
Ooh, well, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough to measure out. And I think it really depends on the amount of, physical, emotional, mental, sexual trauma you've experienced that just kind of can alter your personality and really make you more susceptible to addiction in general. But I would say case-by-case basis, I think you're doing the right thing by getting started with vaping. And I would say leave a question mark on heroin. You don't have to answer tonight. You don't have to answer tomorrow. But, just keep it on a back burner with a question mark.
Okay. Because I have, taken long stints without nicotine before. It's been cigarettes, it's been vaping, but I think the longest I went was, since I had, first ingested nicotine and become, accustomed to it, was, 8 or 9 months without it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I mean, it's kind of nuts because in the latter portion of that, it's why did I even do that in the first place? And then it happened again. And now I'm in that, like you said, I'm the great hole or whatever the fuck.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You're in the zone. You're in the sweet spot. You're in a very the soil under your feet is very, very moist and fragrant. And I would say just I think I would say just stay open-minded. Stay open-minded to substance in this respect because it can be very educational, very informative. I think you're on the right track with nicotine though, for sure. Fran Weird, pussy juice. So Fran Weird just coming in saying pussy juice. We got the new mod saying pussy juice on a communal vision. Namaste to you, Fran. Really appreciate that. Fave hole. Everybody said not listed. Extra strange. They're looking for something else. Thank you so much. Communal Vision coming in from Phil Z74. Deity, you sound kind of like a pussy. Nicotine, wow, very limp.
Well, that's my drug of choice, you know. Well, I'm not even gonna fuck you, Phil. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, don't. Yeah, you got to be firm with him. That's the right move.
I was almost not firm. I was firm the first 2 times. I almost lost it.
Yeah, you got to be firm with that.
Fuck.
Poor coming in with Poor just saying pee-pee. Namaste to you, Poor. Thanks so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the bits.
Pee-pee?
Thank you for the bits and for the message. Yeah, just pee-pee.
Well,
not me.
pussy juice?
Yeah, Framweard.
Pussy juice, that can definitely be addictive. I think that was very poignant.
Yeah. Well, quick psychic emergency coming in from Yahoo Serious. One moment.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Yahoo Sirius 444 to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300 Lenny Taylor, local lumberman, has led Clifford the Big Red Dog away from downtown towards the dam. The tree-toting truck tricked the Mad Mud down into the gulch towards the reservoir. After stopping a fueling station, the dog recoiled. Fire reported as a proper deterrent. Repeat. Cheer 300 Lenny Taylor, local lumberman, has led Clifford the Big Red Dog away from downtown towards the dam. The tree-toting truck tricked the Mad Mud down into the gulch towards the reservoir. After stopping a fueling station, the dog recoiled. Fire reported as a proper deterrent. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
So fire, we can use fire against Clifford the Big Red Dog. Well, listen, Dee, I really appreciate you calling in and getting in, right into the brass tacks with us, providing an example for, you know, somebody else. Somebody in chat is ears perked up, hearing about your story and hearing about a way to approach it. Phil Z74 has terminated you. Namaste. Namaste. Guys, it's that time. I got to take a piss. You know me, guys. I love pissing halfway through. Namaste to you guys. We'll be right back in just a couple minutes after a few words about my community of devoted light at patreon.com. Tonight might be your night. Just for a couple dollars a month, you can access all the materials, the podcast, lectures, videos, monthly postcard, etc., etc. Stick around for a couple words, and we'll be right back with the second half of Explorations. Tonight, we are doing an advice speed round. So if you have not called in, stick around. We'll be right back in a minute. Namaste. Son of a bitch. Really timed that.
This is the Psychic Emergency National Alert System, also known as PNAS. We've interrupted this broadcast in cooperation with Explorer Pepperoncini to issue a psychic emergency. Cheer 300, let's increase the price of penis alerts. Oh raw devil dog. Oh raw devil dog. Repeat. Cheer 300, let's increase the price of penis alerts. Oh raw devil dog. Oh raw devil dog. We now continue with your normal broadcast.
It's on the list. Namaste.
Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Since Leslie and his program broke onto the scene, Explorations has become the #1 best-selling and most influential personal power program in modern history. Millions of people from all over the world have gotten a chance to meet this truly remarkable man and utterly transform their lives with the power of Explorations.
I listened to this introductory tape and I knew then and there this is what I needed. I felt just so much better knowing there are a bunch of people out there suffering like me.
I'm not kidding you. I think after the first tape, I knew, okay, I'm gonna be fine.
I got such relief from the very beginning, starting the program.
Now that you've gotten a taste of what this program is capable of, it's time to show you how to take your life to the next level. Here to tell you more about what is possible is legally licensed clinical therapist, author, coach, speaker, entrepreneur, martial artist, amateur musician, one of the nation's foremost thinkers, and our guru, Leslie Tanner.
Good evening, everyone. Whether you've been with us since the very beginning and have watched explorations work wonders in your life, or you're joining us for the first time tonight, I say namaste to you. As you've watched explorations in action during our call-in show, no doubt your mind is reeling from the limitless potential you now know is possible. Between the tailored themes and lectures, to the myriad avenues of exploration through the channel points, to the customized ways to interact with me and the community, there simply has never been anything quite like this program. Now is usually the point in one of these self-help programs where it starts to sound like a sales pitch. Someone like me might normally say something like, "Listen, I know your time is precious. Let me cut to the chase." But there's only one problem with that. We know your time isn't precious. I could speak at length for hours and hours about absolutely nothing, and I still wouldn't be wasting your time because, well, you're here, looking for a fast, all-encompassing solution to the problems in your life that have become so intolerable, you're not sure what you're going to do. You may be considering any number of extreme decisions, ranging from short-term band-aids to more permanent solutions. However, as dark and bleak as your situation is, so too must our tools be bright and revolutionary. So whether you're tired and looking for more energy and enthusiasm for life, or maybe you're lonely and isolated but want better relationships, let me tell you that for these things and so much more, my breakthrough program of explorations to explore the universe and beyond really works. It's worked for elite performance athletes, critically acclaimed artists, best-selling authors, entrepreneurs, and for thousands of others just like you. I have been blessed by the universe for a brief moment that I now command upwards of $50,000 for speaking engagements. But through the technology of this program, you can hire me, Leslie Tanner, as your personal therapist, coach, and guru, all rolled into one at the Community of Devoted Light
on patreon.com.
where you and thousands of others just like you are learning to leverage the chaos around them to catapult their lives to heights that were previously unimaginable. Here's how it works. I've created a tightly knit community where individuals seeking to access the next level are able to study, reflect, meditate, and grow with an ever-expanding library of exclusive materials, each containing life-changing tools and techniques designed to explore topics covered here in our call-in show, but much more deeply, therefore increasing the benefits of the program exponentially. These materials include your name in the credits at the end of the stream, demonstrating the importance of your leadership and the value of your investment. A signed personal postcard sent out each month full of observations and witticisms by me, Leslie Tanner. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Exclusive video materials now available to the poor, designed to rocket your progress past those who cannot afford success. Here's a little sneak peek at what you're missing. He said that at the beginning, there was something about the rhythm of separating the days with sleep that gave a sense of optimistic confidence, however small, that whatever was left as incomplete or outright failing today might not be tomorrow. Always a day wholly separate from right now. After insomnia became a part of his life, there was a shift in his thinking about tomorrow. downloads of all specially crafted music used in our productions here and elsewhere that have accompanied your journey thus far. Tracks such as New Beginnings, Psychic Romance, Reaching into Darkness, or The Skeptic's Gamble. Exclusive archival prints such as these, channeled and honed by myself, Leslie Tanner, upon which you can guide your own meditations at home. I'm not an artist, nor do I claim to be. These visions are a burden and cause me immense suffering. But I do it for you. Now, you might expect that a program like this would cost thousands of dollars, but because I'm offering this to you through the internet, these life-transforming materials can be yours for the monthly cost of a few cups of coffee on your way to work. With access to these materials, regardless of your level of investment, you will also be receiving a complimentary download of our landmark track, The Sojourn Begins, as a thank you. So does this sound good to you? Well, what are you waiting for? If you are ready to join the thousands of others who have already committed to the final journey to access the next level, simply type Final Journey into the chat and you will be guided with further instructions. One thing I can promise you is that however massive your problems are, however abject and humiliating your life has become, I have created something so simple yet so profound in this program, you'll be absolutely flabbergasted by the results. Now, let's get back to the program. Namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Welcome back to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie, host, creator, and founder of Explorations with Leslie Tanner. Also, all the materials that you will find at the community of Devoted Light tonight. Namaste. If you feel called, namaste and Narcona. Welcome to Explorations. Blessings. Great to have you. Now, guys, if you feel called to enter my inner circle tonight and access the real program materials waiting for you just around the river bend, as Pocahontas sang about, on that fateful evening. Get ready for some truly life-changing materials. Namaste to you. Now, guys. Oh, that's right. I was going to do that. 1 second. I'll be right back in like 15 seconds. We got to do mail. All right, namaste, everybody. Welcome back. So, guys, as I said at the top of the show, after I get done peeing, we were going to do a quick little mail night. We got a couple pieces of mail. We got 2 packages, a postcard, and some really exciting stuff. Also, one of these things is addressed to me. The other 2 involve a little something involving my temporary roommate. My temporary roommate, Namish, will be with us in just a moment. But first and foremost, I'm going to open up this nasty bitch. I got a big old package. Is Little Miss Whatever around? As you can see, it's a big old package. Big old box. Very exciting. Let's open this hoe up. It's a Sam's Choice box, reused, repurposed. And I'm looking at somebody ordered me something from eBay. Little Miss Whatever sent me something from eBay. Pretty exciting. Yes, there she is. Namaste, Little Miss Whatever. Currently the record holder in most consecutive wins on an Infatuations with Leslie Tanner. And Little Miss Whatever sending us a little something special. I think I know what this is. Oh my goodness, guys. So as you know, I was selling VHS tapes. Floppy Jimmy shouting out, gorgeous. That young man has got such a beautiful heart, a beautiful mind and a beautiful heart. Namaste to Floppy Jimmy shouting us out over at his community. Namaste to you, brother. Great to have you. Great to be with you. An explorer, I work with him one-on-one pretty constantly, and it's always good to feel his life energy, his life force. Namaste. Now, so Little Miss Whatever sent a very special little something. Now, as you guys know, I was selling VHS tapes. The Beauty of Nature. I still have 3 left, by the way. I was selling those for $25 a pop, including shipping. If you would like one, hit me up on Discord. Just leave a little message or tag me in one of the channels, and we'll figure it out. $25, including shipping, and I'm doing this to get some money together so I can buy more some blank VHS tapes to keep duplicating, keep producing these guys. I got a couple on the production line waiting for duplication right now. And speak of the damn devil, Little Miss Whatever sending, guess what? Blank VHS tapes. I could not imagine a more thoughtful, compassionate gift to give me and all by extension the community here of exploration. So massive thank you to Little Miss Whatever for her extremely generous donation of what seems to be about 40 blank VHS tapes waiting for exploration materials to be duplicated on them. Absolutely tremendous donation. Namaste to you. I left them in the car last week. Yeah, wasn't that warm though? It was only like 50 degrees last week. What an extremely thoughtful gift. Thank you so much, Little Miss Whatever. I really genuinely appreciate that. That's very, extremely, wonderfully thoughtful of you. Really, really wonderful. Now, the next one, though, we got namaste. Namaste to you too, beautiful. Blessings. Now, this next one, though, we need a certain someone. It's you. It's the temporary roommate, not Mish. Guys, can we make some noise in the chat for temporary roommate, not Mish? Blessings. How you doing tonight, not Mish?
I'm so sleepy.
We got a sleepy roommate wanting to go to sleep already. What time did you wake up today?
6.
6 a.m. Why?
Go work.
Yahoo Serious ordering a big old nothing namaste. Fuck. Where is it? I can't read the main thing. Where is it? The song. Communal Vision coming in from Phil Z74. Your work sounds stupid as fuck. Just sleep in.
I can't.
Namaste. Well, thanks so much for the thought. Appreciate that. Now let's go ahead.
Maybe if I had a stupid email job where I send emails and shit.
If anybody can connect, temporary roommate, not me.
I want this bullshit email job so bad. Hit me up.
If anybody's got a connection to some sort of email job, maybe tech related or some such thing, great. We got a great worker on our hands. I know we don't always get along and you don't always understand the program, but you're a great worker.
I have a crazy work ethic.
Oh, there's wait, is there a hype train? Yeah, genuinely is like a self-destructive work ethic. She will. Hype train is where? Yeah, who's serious? Is there a hype train going on?
No.
I don't know.
No. There's not.
Bet War says, I'm hiring dumb assholes to do emails all day. All right, mail. Let's do it. Now, firstly, we got this one. This nice little postcard showed up in the P.O. box a couple weeks ago, and we've been sitting on it, waiting for the right time. Trev, go ahead.
It has little possums on it. It's keying out like crazy.
Keying out, but possums, cute possums. And go ahead. Why don't you go ahead and let us know what's on that postcard?
It says, "Hi, Mish. I got a box of possum postcards when I visited."
Affirmation for fellas. Listen, get a whole bunch of gift cards and postcards, and send those out.
Wow, very good. It says, "Hi, Mish. I got a box of possum postcards when I visited Sheen. Let me know if you need more. Godspeed." Oh my God. Okay, I'm in the frame. Is that better?
Yeah.
Is that better? Yeah, I know. Is it better?
No, you know that's not better. So
You said yeah, get in the frame, and now I'm in the frame, and you don't like it.
Now it's like you undercook the eggs, then you overcook the eggs. It's like, is this better?
I don't want to stand like Quasimodo.
Sit, then sit.
There's nowhere to sit in here. Sucks. But yeah, thank you, Godspeed, for this postcard. It was a lot more positive when I first got it, I promise.
Yeah, the vibes were a lot more. She was very happy to receive it from Godspeed.
And there is a little possum paw print on the back. How cute is that?
That's a very cute touch. Really appreciate that, Godspeed. Namaste to you. Namaste to Godspeed for the gorgeous postcard. Now, this final one we got. It's real light. Okay, so this final one we got is from the one and only Peppercorn Patty. Namaste to Peppercorn Patty for another gorgeous, piece of mail. We're about to open it. Very excited. Any preliminary words?
I love Peppercorn Patty.
Here, you do the honors. You have some fun. So this is addressed to both me and not Mish. Both me and not Mish receiving this. You got it. You're doing a great job.
They say it's good to cut towards yourself.
And get your little fingers like kind of just randomly in there, like with the blade. I have a pocket knife. Maybe that'd be easier.
No, it's too late. It's too late. I did it.
All right. What do we got? So, oh my goodness gracious. What do we got?
Bags.
Bags. We have plastic bags. Various stores. I'm seeing a Walmart bag, a pink bag, some other white bags with stores I don't recognize. Lots of bags. So far, a good box. So far, a good one.
Oh, shit.
Communal vision from Yahoo Serious. Pussy juicy.
Pussy juicy. That's what they say in France.
That is, what's that French for?
Pussy juice.
Nice.
It's from Buc-ee's.
It's from Buc-ee's, so we got some Buc-ee's merch. Guys, we got some Buc-ee's merch. Holy fucking moly. So what do we got? Spell it out for us.
We got a little travel coffee mug. Pepe. Thank you, pour. That's French for PP.
So we got a Buc-ee's travel mug, and we've got
a little guy from my collection of little guys.
So I'll get the travel mug. I love drinking stuff on the go, and you keep that little guy. How about?
I love him. Thank you so much.
Me and Mish and Orchestar all have matching plushie. Now, can you believe?
There's something inside the mug.
There's something inside the mug?
Who asked if I can leave? Someone asked if I could leave.
Don't. Who gives a shit?
Who? I'll ban you. Who said that? Ban them.
I get the mug.
You get the mug. Oh. It's a sick magnet. Oh my god.
Ooh.
And a lighter.
A magnet and a lighter. Can we go ahead? Hold those up. Ooh, it's shiny and nice and very cool. And then a lighter, a Buc-ee's lighter. Namaste to us.
Yay.
Namaste to the community. I feel like the community really got something.
It's awesome. Look how shiny it is, bitch.
Thank you so much.
Everyone's jealous of my Buc-ee's swag.
Thank you so much to Peppercorn Patty for a very thoughtful Buc-ee's merch, both to me and temporary roommate, not Mish. Cute little tail.
Look at his little tail.
Affirmation for fellows. Listen, fuck it up at a Buc-ee's. Who gives a shit? There's no laws. Namaste. Well, listen, Mish, I want to thank you for popping in here and sort of opening up this beautiful mail with me. Did you want to send a message now that you're on camera and you've got the sort of pulpit right now and you've got access to, I don't know, probably about 40,000 people. Go ahead and let them know your thoughts.
I love Peppercorn Patty, and I also love Godspeed. And also, if you say anything mean about me in the chat from here on out, I am banning you.
Sounds good. And that's from moderator, not me, saying if you are mean to her, she will ban you. She will ban you. And listen, if she says something... Bye. Bye. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks so much for... Thank you. Oh, my God. What another life. Another life. I think there might have been something there, but who knows. Namaste to not Mish, temporary roommate. Sometimes I feel a spark. Sometimes I feel a spark there, but again, different set of circumstances. Namaste. But also, so that's a moderator saying, if you're mean to me, I'll ban you. And listen, here's the thing about that. The moderator does something, then they do it. That's that. Don't come whining to me. If they made it clear, the moderator makes it clear. Psychic emergency and a little bit of jazz? Yeah, I think I'll indulge. Namaste, everybody.
Are coming in Clifford. The big red dog crushed the entire downtown district. Apartment buildings have been pawed out and ice cream trucks have been shredded. Mayor states
Namaste. Thank you so much for the update regarding Clifford the Big Red Dog. Really enriching our exploration all night. Thank you so much to Yahoo Serious for that. Thanks again, Not Mish, stopping by. Really appreciate that. And just to reiterate what Not Mish said, the moderator says that if she or he or whatever they are, if they say, listen, if you're mean to me, I'm going to ban you, nobody come complaining to me. A moderator is my most trusted confidant, all right? That is my inner circle of clerics by which I guide the realities, social and otherwise, of the program here. So if they give you a heads up and they put the fucking ban hammer on you, don't come into me being like, you go to those little Discord servers, you start complaining. You go over there, you start bitching with your friends about, the program was mean to me. The program was mean to me. Somebody help me. Somebody complain with me. Have fun. Namaste. Data Pagan, thank you so much for those 100 bits. Namaste, Data Pagan, very generous of you. I really appreciate that. I really do genuinely appreciate that from you. Data Pagan, also Acacia 71. The program works. 100 bits, the program works. Namaste to both of you. I cannot tell you how much joy I experience at seeing those bits, and also just seeing your names flashing on the screen. Data Pagan and Acacia 71. Nindy New following. Thanks so much for the follow, Nindy New. Longtime lurker, Nindy New. Duncan did it. Mish bits. 100 bits to Mish. I'll make sure I pass those along. I'll make sure I pass those along, Duncan. Namaste to you. Nigel with a single bit. Nindy New, single bit. A bit for Mish. Blessings, 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 blessings. And here we go. Let's keep going with a little bit of jazz. Let's speak with the language of the body. Ooh, nice. I got a little bit in there at the end. Nice little chance to get a little bit there in the end. Namaste. 708-240-8953. Let's open up the lines. Thank you to everybody again for sending in that mail. Peppercorn, Lil Miss Whatever, OM Godspeed, extremely thoughtful, very sweet. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. 708-240-8953. Explorations with Leslie Tanner. We're doing an advice speed round tonight. Who wants advice? Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hi, Leslie. This is Duncan.
Duncan, welcome back to the program, Duncan. Guys, we got a friend of the program, streamer himself. Can we do a quick shout out for Duncan? Did it, please, in the chat. Namaste, Duncan. How you doing tonight, brother?
I'm doing good. I think that's my problem, though. I'm doing good. So I don't really know what to do with myself. Had a really good day.
Interesting. So this is an interesting place to be, right? An interesting place to be. You find yourself honestly having, no normal complaints that are occurring to you, yet you feel that in the absence of, explicit suffering, you find yourself with a sort of sense of melancholy.
Yeah, like the, malaise. I just, I'm spend my life battling so many different things. And when you have a good day and you just kind of don't know what to do. I don't know. I almost want to go pick fights with people so that I have purpose or something. I don't know. I just wanted to get your input on that.
No, listen, I think the place, it's such an interesting place, 'cause a lot of times when we, conventionally speaking, when we're on our way up and we're doing good, that people love that stuff. It feels good, and it makes sense to like that. And on the way down, it feels bad, and then we've got our own attitudes towards feeling bad and it getting worse and blah blah blah. And people, but I think it's really interesting. To look at the crests and the troughs of the sine wave, though. Now, the trough, everybody's got a story about, rock bottom is launch off point, or et cetera, some sort of inspirational bullshit. But at that top, right, where you are good, but you can feel the wave cresting, and it's going to go down. You're even talking about sabotage. You're aware of the ways in which your mind is attracted to the idea of destroying the general contentment that you find yourself in. It
seems very appealing, right? Very appealing to just go, walk up to somebody and spit on them.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Now, I think this is extremely important. And I think it's important this is one of the actual uses of mindfulness. If any of our quote unquote, spiritual leaders had a lick of goddamn sense in them. Nindy New says, Duncan, why haven't you sent anything to Leslie at his P.O. box? Are you better than him? That's from Nindy New.
Nindy New, what's a poo box?
Valid question. Well, listen, I think that this is a really important part of you. And so what kind of, let me back up before I even go any further. What kind of advice do you want about this? Or did you just want to kind of talk about it?
I just want to see what we've been making strides. So I just want to keep moving forward. And then today's a good day. So I don't want to fall into my old habits.
The old habits being what?
Sabotage, neglect of self-care.
I love how the internet empowers everyone to express themselves.
And then sitting down and sleeping, because I feel like that's a safe space.
Well, listen, I think this sort of lust for safety or lust for progress, as you're defining it right now, is a problem. Mm-hmm. I think is a sneaky part of the problem, because right now you're it's not going to get better than this, right? You're content. You don't have any problems, but you're trying to create problems, which the mind needs to be respected in this arena. Your heart and your lust and your lust for destruction, your lust for malaise is very is just as libidinal as anything else, and it's important to let it be what it is and to follow your instincts in this respect. Phil Z74, have you ever milked yourself and use it in the ice cream machine?
So, Phil, you know I have eaten my own cum, and you know, because we've talked about it, that I milk myself all the time. Guru, how do I set goals then? Like, what if my goal shouldn't be progress? What should my goal be?
Well, before we redefine progress, I think it's important to accept the mind and to accept yourself within the mind as it expresses itself to you. Now, you're a bright guy. You notice a lot of things about yourself. You've clearly, done some work in this arena. And however, this self-sabotage, this is another one of those things that I think therapists need to be taken out back and shot in the face for kind of overly pathologizing. I think this self-sabotage is actually very healthy and very, I would go as far as to, I mean this in a very Leslian sense, but I mean it it's very, very productive and positive.
So you're saying it's actually a good perspective for me to want to stay hungry, want to go kind of cause a bit of conflict, to keep thirsting after.
You are not just the you that wants to improve yourself. You are also the you that wants to destroy yourself. Equally.
How do I combine the two, though?
Phil Z74, more like Duncan didn't do it, am I right? That's from Phil.
God.
No, listen, that's the thing. You want to, by combining what I hear you saying is, how do I resolve this, right?
Well, how do I be okay with it? If there is no resolution, which it sounds like that's what we're getting at, how do I, where do I find peace? Where do I find order in the chaos?
You die.
I don't know. How do I be happy with how do I enjoy the moment then if I can't?
What if you don't enjoy the moment?
Then what the fuck am I doing here?
What the fuck are you doing here, Duncan?
I don't know. I guess I just exist and just live my life and see what happens and let what happens happen.
I mean, that's definitely a thing you could do. How's that feel?
A little kind of freeing, actually, if approaching it that way. To have to set no standards and to set no priorities, it kind of feels liberating, actually.
Yeah, see, I think I just keep picking at this, Duncan, because I think it's gonna really widen the ups and downs. It's gonna deepen your disappointment, and it's gonna give you high peaks of contentment. This is really gonna enrich your experience once you can accept that you are, Dark Duncan wants to destroy Light Duncan, and you are just as much that as you are somebody who, crosses your T's and dots your I's and wants to make everybody feel good. Nindy knew I'm an older male, and I am now 100% sure what cum is made out of.
Cum is made out of crushed. You mix apple vinegar with crushed up laundry detergent.
Okay, thank you for that. Well, listen, I'm not gonna. I think you should sabotage yourself. Just listen. You wake up tomorrow and start a new day. You're on your way down. Follow it.
Okay. Thank you, Guru.
Absolutely. Namaste, Duncan. I really appreciate you calling and being so forthright with us tonight.
Thank you, Guru.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Nigel Pennyweather. Duncan, is there a difference between living and existing? Hopefully in chat he gets to that. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name's Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight? Caller?
I apologize. One moment, sir.
Hello?
There, I can hear you now. How you doing? Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
I am doing well. This is Reverend at All Cost Money. How you doing?
Reverend at All Cost Money, it's great to hear from you. I'm doing great. I'm on cloud nine. Having a great night.
Fantastic. So I was calling in to get some speed advice, some quick little tips, maybe.
Yeah, let's go. That's what we're doing tonight. Cougar Pie, 100 bits, saying good call. Namaste. Cougar Pie saying good call. Namaste to you, Cougar Pie. Maybe this week you can give us a call tonight, Cougar Pie. We can get into some stuff with you. Real quick affirmation for fellows. Cash your paychecks and just count the money. And well, I gotta circle back. I gotta finish that thought for fellas.
Actually, that was just really good. Just cash your paychecks, count your money. I like that. That's actually really good.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take another run at that. Phil Z74 caller, how much jizz is too much jizz?
I would say any amount that you're uncomfortable with.
Listen.
I know.
If it's payday, go ahead and cash your paycheck, count the money for a couple hours. Okay. Namaste. Now. Cougar Pie coming in with a communal vision before we get to your advice speed round. It all costs money. Cougar Pie saying, how many cats are too many to own?
You know, that's a great question for the guru. What do you think? Like off the top of my head, I think over 12. I think regardless of how big your property is, I think like over 12 cats is too many.
I'm not interested in numbers with that, to be honest with you. I'm not as interested in numbers as I am with like the dynamic. Because like I worked with a hoarder lady once. I had to do house visits because she couldn't leave. She was very intensely agoraphobic. She was babysitting her nephew, and the nephew kind of swallowed some dice while they were playing Yahtzee, just in a very chaotic way. It was just one-on-one. They're sitting across from each other. He grabbed all 5 dice, looked her in the eye, and threw them back, and he died. He turned blue and died in front of her. And so she didn't leave her apartment, and she began sort of hoarding as a trauma response.
Just cats or just in general?
In general, but then she got herself up to about 15, 16 cats. And
too many.
Yeah, piles of trash, piles of clothes, piles of this, that, and the other. And these cats would, every time I'd go there, it'd be like, they'd be peering out of little holes that they had like kind of dug tunnels around. And I'm going to be honest with you, they were having the time of their lives. They free-fed, they were fat as shit, and they had, like, it's like they lived in a sort of like a McDonald's play place.
Yeah, but, like, didn't your lungs, like, itch every time you took in a breath?
Absolutely, yeah. Between the dust and the fruit flies and everything, it was, like, very awful. And I would, bad for me, yes. Bad for the cats, no. They were having a really good time. Duncan did it. What score did he have in Yahtzee, though? Cheer 200. Oh, that's a good question. Let me see if I can remember. I think she was whooping his ass, actually. I think she was putting him in the dirt, and he just kind of kamikazed. I think Maybe she was talking. She felt guilty for talking as much shit. He was only like 8. He couldn't really handle it. She blames herself. Now Cougar does have a term. Hold on 1 second. Did you get termed?
Did I get termed? Well, while we're waiting on that, my issue is
Cougar, did you term? Give me a all caps
people.
term if you did. Okay, continue. All caps money. Let's continue.
Yeah, I'm trying to help people close their third eye. Like if they see ghosts, hear spirits, believe like it would find a penny heads up and they pick it up, like any of that supernatural like nonsense.
Terminated. Namaste. Cougar said good night. Cougar, cash that one in. Namaste to you, Cougar. Thank you so much for the bits earlier, by the way. Caller, welcome to Explorations with Leslie Tanner. My name is Leslie. What's something I can call you tonight?
Hello?
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing all right, man. This is Roger.
Roger, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I got myself a problem here, though.
Talk to me. We're doing advice tonight.
Well, damn, I got the right name.
Yeah, you do. Talk to you. Yeah, what's going on?
Shit, brother. Tell you what, I was out in the garage, and it's been cold out, and turned the truck on, and just completely obliterated the cat. It was stuck in the engine block.
Right. Yeah.
And so I had a real connection with that cat.
So you're calling because you're emotionally upset that you killed the cat.
I feel disturbed.
I mean, that's understandable. It's that, especially if you cared about this cat. You had a relationship. How long did you have this cat for?
I'd say about 17 years.
So basically, it was sliding into home plate as it is. That's a very old cat.
Yeah. Yeah, he was getting up there, and I can tell. I'm not sure if he was just trying to go out to die, or did he want me to do this?
No.
Did he want me to kill him?
No. I'm going to clear this up for you. You're right to be disturbed because it did not want to die. It's 17 years old. If it wanted to go die, it'd go just hide in a hole somewhere. It wouldn't be, it wouldn't seek out the warmth of an engine block. That's a preservation instinct. And you killed it, while it was still looking to live.
All right. Well, we did have an argument.
What was the argument about?
Shit, man. It is. You know how it is. You know how it is with cats.
I don't have that kind of relationship with cats or especially dogs, but cats I could take or leave. I actively dislike dogs, but cats I could take or leave. So I don't really know how that goes. Tell me, what was that discussion like?
Well, I feel a little guilty about it. I was playing with one of the toys. And played with the wrong one.
Wait, you played with the wrong one? Quick affirmation for fellas. Cougar Pie says, I love this guy. And that, as a man, that feels so good to be loved. I'm going to do one more for fellas. I'm just so inspired by men tonight. Oh, and we've actually got a communal vision before that. Quick communal vision from PhilZ74. Caller, ever fucked a snake and be like, shit, that was ironic?
I didn't think it was ironic.
Yeah, I don't really understand what's ironic about that.
It's kind of apropos.
You're bright. Affirmation for fellas, listen. It makes sense to fuck a snake in the mouth. It's kind of one of those, it's Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve kind of moments. If I'm being straight talking with you, all right? You can fuck a snake ethically, and you can fuck a snake in the mouth. Now let's go ahead. So you played with the wrong toy, and then the cat got upset and ran away.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, it pissed all over everything. You know. Left
Sure.
a note though.
Sure.
Did leave a note.
Left a note, and it left a note.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How did it leave a note?
You know, I'll leave out the post-it notes, and then, you know, he'll just, you know, go over there, get on top of the desk, knock over a bunch of pens, get them pens out, get
it held a pen,
and just, you know, then write them down in a note.
It held a goddamn pen and wrote a note in English?
But it wasn't holding the pen. He was just getting the ink on the paws.
So it used a ballpoint pen to get enough ink on its paws to write in English.
Yes, sir.
What the fuck?
I mean, this is why I'm distraught.
I would be distraught too. This is a very serious issue.
This was a very useful cat.
This is very serious. I think. Yeah, I mean, listen, you're right to be upset. What do you want me to do?
Well, do you know? Well, the engine's all fucked up now, and it's making this huge grinding noise. You think that would be the timing belt, or do you think that would be like the camshaft, or?
How deep in the engine block was it?
It was. I mean, I'd say about 2.5 feet. This one's on a Ram Bighorn.
I mean, why not both? Why not both? I think there's probably multiple things fucked up. I mean, those little bones are very sharp.
Yep, about half of them still in there.
Yeah. So, listen, I think you got to take a day off and just kind of sort through your emotions, because you killed like a very that's a natural wonder, brother. You kind of fucked up big time.
Yeah. And I took the night shift tonight. I gotta be at work in like an hour.
I don't know. Can you get an Uber or?
I'll figure it out.
All right.
Alrighty.
Yeah, that's fucked. I think you're fucked. Namaste. Yeah. Nothing really to say about that. Namaste. Wow. Well, guys, this has been an absolutely gorgeous exploration tonight. We did really did a really beautiful number on some advice speedrun. Again, I hated doing this. I hate doing this kind of stuff with you. But every once in a while, we got to kind of bloodlet a little bit. We got to let some of the ooze come out to show them, as they say. I got to open up the bruise and let the bruise blood come out to show them. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Everybody that's here, been here from the very beginning. Cherish Cooker going absolutely fucking nuts. 10 more subs. Nindy New 100 bits. Phil Z 200 bits. That we imaginary cat. I'll get to that in a second. Cooker Pie though. Thank you so much to Cooker Pie and Zeal2025. You guys went absolutely bananas tonight. Thank you so much for all of your very generous contributions to the program here of Explorations with Leslie Tanner as the light continues to reach darker and darker corners of this internet, bringing the simple yet profound tools of explorations to the masses, to give the tools by which to transform their lives and unlock and unleash the power of the next level that we speak about so frequently. Namaste. Namaste to you beautiful, bright souls. I want to thank you for being here. Namaste. What is there? Okay, there. Now, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank Zeal2025. I want to thank Cougar Pie. Everybody that threw some bits up tonight, guys. This is a very active, very participatory night. Namaste. Very beautiful night. Namaste. I really appreciate you guys being here. Oh my goodness gracious. What the fuck? What the hell just happened? Okay. Thank you for being here. I want to thank also my my moderators, especially because we just accepted a new one, Framweard entering the halls of my inner circle. Thank you so much, Framweard, for everything that you've done and will continue to do for this community. Namaste to What's Up Cats Up for the raid. Blessings to you. Thank you so much for that raid, Toaster, even though we had a really unfortunate, kind of a shitty call. Namaste to you either way, though. Also, I want to thank Peppercorn, Lil Miss Whatever, and OM Godspeed for the mail. Namaste to you for the mail. I really appreciate that. That was very, very generous of you. Let's get one of the credits. There we go. Credits. Thank you to my mods. Thank you to my community of devoted light guys. What a beautiful evening. My communal vision didn't go through. Oh, this is Sammy was fucking up. Here, I'll not read it, but dictate it. Phil Z had a communal vision first. Are you sure it wasn't an imaginary cat that was there to save you and you just killed that shit? No, that's definitely in the realm of possibilities and really adding to the extent to which he really did fuck up. So thank you so much for bringing that up, Phil Z, and kind of illuminating a depth there. Yep, I sure do like cats with a communal vision. Can you give a corny smile real quick? I need a drawing reference. Hopefully that got you to where you needed to be. Namaste. Yep, I sure do like cats. You tell me you couldn't find a single corny smile? But blessings and namaste, guys. We'll be back. We'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night with another exploration with Leslie Tanner. We'll see. Yeah, definitely tomorrow night, maybe Friday, because Saturday night Leslie's busy. Leslie and temporary roommate might have a little house meeting to discuss the politics of our roommate. No, but namaste. I'm going to go Wednesday, definitely tomorrow, possibly, most likely Friday. 3 days in a row. Namaste. So let's go ahead and get a nice little raid going. Who are we raiding? Namaste, dumb loser. Blessings and namaste to you. Thank you for joining us. Fartgasm, thanks for hanging out. Acacia, thank you for hanging out. Cherish85. Socio, you son of a bitch. Who's on and who do we raid? Who's on? Let's raid Nicole. No, let's do Moohoodles. Doofus, namaste to you. Thanks for hanging out, brother. I'm gonna come up closer to the cam and get this raid because I switched my shit. Cooker, and I cherish you. I really do. I cherish you, Cooker. I really appreciate everything. You've been such a peach tonight and every night since you found us. Namaste. I'm so glad that you did. Lucas Caps also. You're an energy here. You're an energy, and I thank you. Well, let's go ahead and raid Moohoodles because so this is a different kind of, we raid kind of the same like just chatting weirdo channels here pretty frequently, but this one is a fun one. an educational channel. And it's not, I don't just send you over here for nothing. This is an educational channel where, you know, I feel confident that I'm not putting you in the hands of an expert. All right? I'm not putting you in the hands of an expert. And I think that's extremely important because we don't honor experts. We don't respect experts. Experts are jackals, or one of the jackals and rapists that we talk about. And this is not one of those. Moo Hoodles is a pure soul and a very fun and informing channel about the universe that we live in. So let's get a nice little raid. Namaste, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow night. Brand new exploration. And blessings and namaste to each and every single one of you. I cherished my time with you here tonight, and I cherish my time with you tomorrow as we just have to wait a couple hours until we see each other again. Namaste, my explorers. I'll see you all tomorrow. Raid. YouTube. I'll see you guys tomorrow. My chat, I couldn't see the YouTube chat, so I'm not going to apologize to you, but I'm going to